Hey guys, welcome to the next episode. So I'm on about week 3 of playing this game now, and I've started to notice that the more you level up everything, the slower the going gets, and you kind of risk stalling out if you don't have a good plan to transition from the early game to the late game. So I'm going to explain what's needed to transition from that early phase where everything's easy to increase to getting to the later phase of the game where you start getting super strong and everything's more expensive. So I kind of made a short little list here to help facilitate what you're going to need to do. So the requirements are going to be a huge amount of silver. If you've been following my guides on buffing up your economy, you should be good there. You're going to need a huge amount of the tally, seal, and metal resource. And what those are is these things. So you'll find them in both the Horde store and the Feast store. No, excuse me, the Horde store and the Beast store. That was a slip of the tongue. So in here, they're 100 each, so you want to do the Beast every day to make sure you've got the tokens to buy these. Every time you buy these on the same day, the cost is going to scale up. Like it'll go to a 110 to a 120, etc. every time you buy one on the same day. So if you don't have very many tokens, just buy one of each day. If you've got a little more, you can buy 2 or 3 of each from the store each day. And then the other place you can pick them up, if you've got a Horde, is in the Horde store. Here they are. Now later on I'm going to mention that growing your pet is a nice side goal. If you buy all of these that are available in your store and you still have tokens left over in your Horde store, you can go ahead and pick these up, because increasing your pets is going to be a good side goal. But yeah, these 3 are what you want to focus on, because you're just going to need an absolute huge number of these seals, tallies, and medals in order to get your advisors where they need to be to leave the early game. So keep that in mind, and every day you should be trying to build up a little more of those items that I just mentioned. Another requirement is going to be the consorts that you're going to be pairing up. So for your top 3 advisors, which is who you're going to be focusing the majority of your money on, here's my top 3, Kuba, Hanjo, and Chilan. Kuba does not have any advisor that can be paired with him, but he's the easiest gold to get. See, he's already almost 2-star, and so he's pretty strong even without an advisor, so he's worth putting in your top 3. So if you're trying to decide what your top 3 should be, one good guideline that you can use is the amount of talent they have. So you can see, for me, my top 3 are my highest in talent. And the reason why you want to pick the ones with the most talent is because you're going to be pouring an enormous amount of silver into leveling these up, and the amount of talent they have will affect how much that silver makes them scale up. So yeah, definitely your high talent guys are the ones you're going to be wanting to pour your money into. So as we covered, this guy has no consort paired with him, and Kuba is going to probably be one of your top 3 as well. And then your other 2 are going to be your highest talent advisors who you have a consort to pair with. And that brings me to the next requirement. The consorts that pair with those top 2 that have a consort, you need to get that consort with enough intimacy so that they can unlock their tier 4 skill. This is the tier 4 skill. It gives a percentage boost. So that's going to be huge in turning your top advisors into a force to be reckoned with. He's getting plus 17% of this stat right now from this consort, in addition to all the other stats he's getting. So one of my goals to leave behind the early game and advance right now is I'm focusing all my intimacy right now into getting this up. I need to unlock this tier 4 skill from my other top advisor. That's just absolutely essential. So all of my spare intimacy resources are going to be going into that. As far as the charm goes, that can be spread around a little more, but you generally want to emphasize it in your top 3 consorts. So next thing that I want to mention is if you get talent XP, talent scrolls that you can use, you definitely want to focus into your top 3, but you should always have all of your barracks slots unlocked and be constantly running your barracks. That's just free talent points, and talent points are awesome. So you can see my build order here. I'm planning to get my top advisor to 300 and my second 2 to 250. That's just going to take an enormous amount of those seals and other items that I mentioned, so that'll take a while. And then my other goal is to get Hannah's intimacy up to unlock the tier 4 skill. So these are like my main goals right now, and if I accomplish these, it's just going to be a tremendous boost in strength. I'll probably go from like where I'm at now at about 5 million I'll probably be at about 10 million or higher if I actually manage to achieve these. So that's going to be like a huge jump in strength. Some side goals that you may want to think about: talent growth, like I already mentioned. Summon seals are good, so you can get summon seals a few places. You can get one here every day. You can use one for free every day in the proving ground. You can save one by waiting until you have 10 and only summoning in groups of 10, although you should always use the free one even if you're saving up for this, because the free one costs nothing. You get one free per day. So those are some spots you can get the summon seals. I just want to mention what to buy in the Feast store. So in the Feast store, you are going to usually buy anything that's at a 40% discount, because it's a great deal if it's at 40% for the most part. Like the equipped scrolls, if they're at 40% discount, I'll always grab them. Hourglasses are generally a good thing to buy. They just make your consorts get stronger faster, and those top consorts are going to be a huge multiplier for your top advisors. There's that. I don't see anything else that I usually buy here, but whenever you could see items to marry off your kids, buy them here because it's less expensive than buying them elsewhere. Like if you see gold rings, silver rings, definitely buy them here. You have absolutely no rope for catching pets. Sometimes I'll buy rope even if it's only lightly discounted, but I have enough pets right now, so. Yeah. And, I mean, if you see these even discounted by a little, like maybe 20 to 30% talent is worth buying too, because it's talent's pretty good. So that's what I would buy in your Feast store. I covered what to buy in the Horde store already. It's either going to be the pet kit or the items for your advisors. So I want to cover pet growth just a little bit here too. So generally, I get to get my pets to like around level 8 to 10, somewhere around there. And after they're that high level, I start saving the food because I know I'm going to catch a better pet later. And when you catch a better pet, you're probably going to have to swap out the alpha. So you don't want to waste too much food on lower level pets that you're just going to have to replace. Make sure that you are releasing your useless pets. I don't have any here. Let's see. I probably have one here. Yeah, so these are both useless pets. So I would go to release, check them both, confirm, confirm. And now those tokens they gave me will allow me to level up these pet skills. So especially for your top 2 advisors, this guy's my top 1 right now. It's really important to have the pet skills associated with them buffed up as much as you can. And when I do finally unlock my 5th pet skill book, I am going to upgrade this as quality. See, I just need 1 more. And then once I upgrade this as quality, I'm going to be getting 7% extra. So that's actually a huge boost. So that's another side goal I'm working on to make this advisor a lot stronger. Taking a little while to get there, but obviously I'm prioritizing the intellect stat because that's the primary stat for this guy. But I have a little bit thrown into these as well, just because they're much cheaper at low levels. And then to unlock more pets, I've been kind of bum rushing towards unlocking Flatland. So to unlock Steppe, you get Mountain to level 2. To unlock Woods, you get Steppe to level 3. And to unlock Flatland, you have to get Woods to level 4. So I have just been bum rushing all of my stamina into unlocking all of these. And the reason why is because I want access to all of the pet types so that I can get all of the totems and have as many pets as possible. And there's a couple different pet types for each area. So I'm just rushing to unlock Flatland as fast as I can. And I think that's probably the way everyone wants to go. The top 3 advisors, or top 4 that you're focusing on, I guess in my case, the villages that you're putting them into are going to end up being cost effective to just put an absolutely huge amount more meat into them. Like look at this one, for example. It's sitting at almost 10 million to upgrade right now, and that's actually cost effective because this advisor is just so much better than my others that his village requires that much more meat dumped into it as well. And the spreadsheet will show you that if you're using my spreadsheet. So yeah. Something like this is approximately how you're hopefully going to be looking 3 weeks into the game, or maybe 4 weeks if you play a little less than me, maybe 2 weeks if you spend a lot more money than me. And my resource gain is about this level. I've got about 40,000 per minute in silver, and my other stats are a little lower. You can see my top villages are much higher level and then drops off significantly at the lower levels. So that's pretty much what you'll be looking at as you're getting ready to leave the early game, and if you have any questions or comments, make sure to let me know.